Hello, legendary leaders, and welcome back to another enlightening episode of Legendary Leadership Bites. I'm your host, Fatah Khan, a mid career transformation coach, TEDx speaker, and a best selling author. Today, I'm going to talk about something very interesting and very profound. Right? We all think of leaders. When we all think of leaders, what do we actually really remember about leaders? Right? All leaders, they actually have built their legacy, right? They have been known because they have created their legacy, right? The great leaders, of course, I'm talking about the legendary leaders. Legacy is something that they have left behind, which almost every human being in this world wants to create a legacy. But great leaders leave the legacy. But today's topic is around this, around the same. What is it? It is three timeless aspects that leaders are always remembered for. What do you think are the three timeless aspects that leaders are always remembered for? We all know leadership is a role, leadership is a responsibility. Leadership is something where you can actually create a lasting and a long term impact. And it can have an impact on team members, it can have impact on organization, and it can have an impact across the globe, right? Leaders are capable of doing that. Legendary leaders create an impact. Legendary leaders are the ones who will be known for years together, for generations to come. And if we look at, there are a lot of leaders, legendary leaders that we can talk about, be it Mahatma Gandhi, be it like Bhagat Singh, right? These are the freedom fighters who are also the legendary leaders like even Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, right? You talk about Nelson Mandela, all these legendary leaders, they are always remembered. What are the three timeless aspects for which these legendary leaders are always remembered? And you, as a legendary leader, can always be remembered for this as well. What are the three aspects so that you know this and you can work on it? Number one is your vision. If we know this, right, vision is something that all the legendary leaders will always be known for, because leaders are visionaries. We always have heard this. Are visionaries. Leaders have vision, right? When a leader's vision is what? It's like a compass which is actually guiding the direction. It's like navigating and guiding the direction to the team members, to the organizations, and also if they are leaders at different levels, they are actually not only for the organizations, they are navigating the path, they are actually becoming the compass for the world, for people across the globe. Like, think of it, visionary leaders like Bill Gates. What was the vision of Bill Gates? The vision of Bill Gates was computer on every desk in every home. Vision, big vision. And did it come true? Yes, to a great extent, it has come true where he had a vision. And of course, vision is what? Vision is your worldview. How do you want to see the world around you? So, leaders will be known for their vision, right? And Steve Jobs, what is the vision of Steve Jobs? Steve Jobs' vision was to make technology accessible and user friendly, right? Technology accessible and user friendly is what Steve Jobs always had a vision for. And of course, Apple is the big example of how he was able to bring technology and innovate a lot of things so that it has become what? It has become accessible as well, and it has become user friendly as well, right? So that's something, that was the vision. So that's number one, which leaders will be remembered for. What is the aspect number two? Aspect number two is core values. Now, what is core values? Core values are the values like the leaders live and die for. And core values are not like a list of 10, 15, 20 values. Core values are typically like either one, two, or three max, right? So you have, like, every leader will be remembered for their core values. Now, let me give an example of Mahatma Gandhi ji. When I talk about Mahatma Gandhi ji, what comes to you? Right? Of course, you would think of ahimsa, right? Non-violence. He actually represented non-violence. His path was using non-violence as the tool or as the process, as the value, because his core value was non-violence. So Mahatma Gandhi ji is always remembered in the world for non-violence. He has become the synonym, right? Non-violence, when we talk about like non-violence, we remember Mahatma Gandhi ji. When we remember Mahatma Gandhi ji, we think of non-violence, right? How did he become that synonym? Because he lived that value and he died for that value. So leaders live and die for the core values. So that's aspect number two, which is core values. What is aspect number three? Aspect number three is contribution. See, leadership is all about contributing to organization, contributing to world. Now, if the examples that I took off, right, of course, there are many leaders if you talk about in this world, right, great leaders, whether they are like in the sports world or in different fields, right? We have leaders from different fields, but all of these leaders have contributed to the world in some way or the other, right? So leaders would be known for their contributions. What is that contribution? The value that they add to this world, right? That the impact they create by contributing, like Bill Gates, contribution, Steve Jobs, contribution, Mahatma Gandhi ji, contribution to the world, Mother Teresa, contribution, Nelson Mandela, contribution, right? Talk about any legendary leaders. They have contributed to this world in their own ways. So, if I have to summarize, legendary leaders, if you want to become a legendary leader and if you are inspired by legendary leaders, think of it and then you start preparing yourself in this way because you will leave your legacy and you will be remembered for three key aspects, three timeless aspects. One is vision, the second one is core values, and the third one is contribution. So, thank you, legendary leaders, for being here on this episode and getting to know the three timeless aspects. Until our next episode, keep leading with purpose and impact. Stay inspired, stay influential. Thank you.